Hi everybody, my name is Miranda. For those of you who don't know me or perhaps have forgotten me, I was with you a number of weeks ago for a time of prophetic prayer, and my contact was through Rita Pretorius, and she has reached out to ask me to send a few words of feedback about how that time was significant for me and also for my husband Tim, who wasn't able to be there but obviously has heard all about it. The backstory that none of you knew at the time of prayer is that Tim and I have been trusting God over the last year to provide in such a way that we could purchase a house which would also be a ministry centre in Spain, which is where our work is. And when we originally felt invited to this pretty audacious step of faith, we felt that we could trust God for maybe 40 to 50% of the purchase price in terms of donations, and that the remainder would be funded through a mortgage. At the time of my connection with you, we had recently heard that our second application for a mortgage had been denied, as had the first one. And we were in this sort of hiatus of wondering, what do we do next? God has very clearly provided a good amount of what is needed, but is God really inviting us to trust him that the whole purchase price will come through donations? So in terms of our communication with prayer partners and supporters, we had gone pretty quiet. We were just sort of wondering and trying to discern. And then I had this time of prayer with you guys. And so some of the things that stood out, I just wrote a few notes here to remind myself. These were very clear responses to what was in our hearts, even the things that we hadn't actually verbalized. So the first was just a sense that God was saying, you can trust me. So one person said, I'm not leading you down the garden path. And Tim and I had wondered out loud to one another, is God leading us down the garden path? So it was quite astonishing to me that somebody would be led by the Spirit to actually use those words, I'm not leading you down the garden path. Somebody else said, it is not a mirage. So this same sense that this vision that you have, it is not some fabrication of your own imagination. It is not a mirage. It is solid, it's real. So the first thing that God encouraged us with really was, you can trust me. The second is in the area of vision. So we had sensed that this was to be a place that would be a place of oasis for people in ministry. We serve people who work in the nations of North Africa. We do that from Spain, and we serve them in leadership development and debriefing and spiritual direction or retreats. And so one person in the group said, it will be an oasis in the desert, which is so much in line with what we had sensed, God speaking to us. And then somebody else said, you are full of seeds that will bear fruit for the strengthening of others. And we had really felt that this time of stretching, being stretched in our faith, was a time where God was doing things in us that would then become part of the way that we could invest in other people. So that was also very significant. You are full of seeds that will bear fruit for the strengthening of others. And the third encouragement came from someone who said, there is a legal thing and I know about it. And there is indeed a legal thing on this property. It's not unusual in Spain for there to be legal anomalies. And just the sense that God was letting us know that he knew about this, that he's not surprised by this. It's not something to be concerned about was a real encouragement as well. So this little message is just to say, keep doing what you're doing. It's a great encouragement to people like us who are in the trenches, in the things that we're doing in terms of ministry. So I'm so grateful to all of you. Thanks.